Naruto Top 10 Battles. Which epic fight remains supreme? The Naruto series is indeed full of interesting, mind-blowing, and amazing fights. Different fights makes up this amazing anime series. In today's video, we will be looking at the top 10 epic battles in Naruto. Stick to the end of the video to see the fight that occupied the best ever scenes since the series began. Before we go into today's topic, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel for more amazing content. Let's begin. As the celebration of the 20th anniversary of Naruto draws closer, fans are reminiscing on the epic battles that constituted the entire series. Fights like Gaara vs Rock Lee, Naruto vs Pain, Jiraiya vs the Six Paths of Pain, Madara vs the Kages, etc. A new poll that lets fans choose their favorite battle from the popular shonen series was recently set up. The Naruto official site recently launched a new contest to determine which of the series' many iconic battles is the fan favorite. Following the global Naruto Top 99 poll, that will determine the most popular character, which was open to voters all over the world. Voting has however concluded, but the battles votes on were Rock Lee vs Gaara, Neji vs Kidomaru, Sakura and Chiyo vs Sasori, Sasuke vs Deidara, Sasuke vs Itachi, Naruto vs Pain, Minato vs Tobi, Kakashi vs Obito, Might Guy vs Madara. Lastly, the Naruto vs Sasuke fight that finishes up the series. Number 10. Neji vs Kidomaru. Neji Hyuga fought against Kidomaru, who was part of the Sound 4 whose mission was to retrieve Sasuke from Konoha and take him to Orochimaru. As they both fought, and Kidomaru advanced his cursed seal to the second stage, he created a bow and arrow with his webs and started shooting at Neji's blind spot. Although Kidomaru's attack severely damaged Neji, he was able to block or dodge them enough to prevent them from reaching crucial areas. Kidomaru prepared his most lethal arrow and fired it at Neji as he prepared to win the battle. Despite being aware of his blind spot, Neji dodged the arrow at the last moment to prevent it from striking his heart. With Kidomaru's arrows attached to him by a web string, Neji sent his chakra into the string, incapacitating Kidomaru. Neji was able to catch up to Kidomaru as he was falling. Using the last of his strength to attack with 8 trigrams 64 palms, he struck Kidomaru's Senketsu chakra points as well as his internal organs. Neji collapsed from his injuries, leaving the others to retrieve Sasuke while Kidomaru's heart failed, resulting in his death. Number 9. Minato vs Tobi. Minato Namikaze, popularly known as the Konoha Yellow Flash, and also the 4th Hokage, was so deadly that a flee-on-sight order was issued to the enemy ninja. Minato was also once the sensei of Obito. And while Minato has destroyed entire enemies and also is good at using jutsus, Obito is entirely responsible for the collapse of entire nations. His crazy schemings led to the fall of nations like Amegakure and also the 4th Great Ninja War. The fight between Minato and Obito was a huge fight that almost led to the downfall of Konoha with the unsealing of the Nine-Tailed Fox. This fight ended up leading to the death of Minato and his wife Kushina. But Minato succeeded in saving the village and his son with his dying breath. Number 8. Rock Lee vs Gaara. The Chunin exams gave us premium quality fights between young ninjas, and one of them, Rock Lee vs Gaara. Rock Lee is a ninja who cannot use ninjutsu and genjutsu. But he was well versed in taijutsu as his sensei Might Guy was also like that. So, he was trained to hone his taijutsu skills, while Gaara was the Jinchuriki of the One-Tailed Beast and also a sand user. Rock Lee was the ultimate underdog who went toe-to-toe with Gaara and nearly beat him with raw physical skills alone. Since Rock Lee could only use taijutsu, most of his attacks were blocked by Gaara's sand. To bypass the sand, Might Guy allowed Rock Lee to remove his weights, which made him faster and also able to land hits on Gaara. Rock Lee became a fan favorite because of his bravery and determination in this fight, but Gaara also became a real threat to fans. Before the Chunin exams, Rock Lee beat Sasuke a lot, and watching Gaara beat Sasuke makes Gaara look like a monster who can't be beat. Number 7. Sakura and Chiyo vs Sasori. Sakura and the other member of Team 7 were on a mission to rescue Gaara from the Akatsuki after he was kidnapped so that his tailed beast could be stolen away. To fight against Sasori, a member of the notorious Akatsuki group, she teamed up with Grandma Chiyo, who was also Sasori's grandma and a member of the Sunagakure village. Sasori was confronted by his grandmother, Lady Chiyo, and Sakura following the extraction of the tailed beast, which resulted in Gaara's death. As Sakura destroyed his Hiroko with their monstrous strength during their battle, he was forced to reveal his true identity. As he fought against them, he came to the realization that Sakura had created an antidote to his poison using a sample she had collected from Kankuro's wounds. When Sakura tried to save Lady Chiyo from harm, he managed to inflict a fatal wound on her. He said that she would die eventually, but Lady Chiyo proved him wrong by using her own life force to heal Sakura's wounds. Sasori tried to take advantage of this chance to end the battle, but he fell into Lady Chiyo's trap and was stabbed in the back by his puppet's father and mother. Number 6. Sasuke vs Deidara. After Sasuke had left Konoha village and was with Orochimaru, he came across Deidara, who had once fought Itachi and lost. Deidara had honed his skills after that defeat to be Sharingan users. After he met Sasuke, he didn't want to pass on the chance to prove his superiority. The battle was so intense that Sasuke at some point had to use Genjutsu to get away with it before attacking Deidara. However, it turned out that Deidara saw the ruse and left a clay clone on his bird and hid while Sasuke showed up. After that, he locked him up in a C4 Garuda, but Sasuke broke free and used his Chidori to blow up the bombs. Deidara used his ultimate art to kill Sasuke because he ran out of chakra. He then committed suicide in a blast with a radius of 10 kilometers. He put some clay in the mouth in his chest. Sasuke was able to evade Deidara's death by invoking Manda, who caught the explosion instead of Sasuke. Number 5. Sasuke vs Itachi. One of the most popular and poignant fights in Naruto was the battle between brothers Sasuke and Itachi, which left many fans dumbfounded. Sasuke and Itachi both belonged to the Uchiha clan. Sasuke had wanted revenge over his family being killed by Itachi. The battle was intense and emotional, as the revenge Sasuke had been seeking against his elder brother since his debut in the second episode finally came to fruition. And while some fans were initially relieved to see Sasuke victorious and some were sad that Itachi died, the joy of the fans was short-lived as it was discovered that the purpose of the destruction of the Uchiha clan was to save Sasuke. This tremendous twist of fate brought about a sort of redemption for Itachi as he was transformed from an assumed to be a villain into one of the greatest show heroes. Number 4. Guy vs Madara. Might Guy was exactly like his student Rock Lee, who couldn't use ninjutsu or genjutsu. And since he couldn't use these jutsus, he had to hone his taijutsu, which made him one of the strongest characters of the entire Naruto series. During the 4th Great Shinobi War, Might Guy and Madara Uchiha engaged in combat. This battle was fought between the greatest threat at the time and a man who was limited to what he could do with his physicality, determination, and the power of youth. Much like the battle between Lee and Gaara. At this moment, Might Guy was generally viewed as someone weak who wouldn't pack a punch. But it wasn't until he opened the 8th gate and was the only shinobi who could stand up to Madara alone that he cemented his place as one of the series' greatest heroes. Guy was dubbed the strongest taijutsu user by Madara after their fight was so intense. Guy had to take time off to recover from the war. Number 3. Kakashi vs Obito. Kakashi and Obito were one-time teammates under the same sensei, Minato. But after Obito was left for dead during the 3rd Great Ninja War, he became bad due to the influence of old and feeble Madara. Then, during the 4th Shinobi World War, Kakashi and Obito meet again and fight. He and Obito travel to the opposite dimension for their ultimate battle. He uses his Raikiri to launch at Obito upon arrival, but he is stopped. And Obito goes ahead to show Kakashi how his heart is empty due to the world they lived in. They clearly pierced one another, Obito with a shuriken and Kakashi with his Raikiri. However, it was later discovered that this match involved genjutsu. Obito and Kakashi finally get into a serious fight, and Kakashi finally impales Obito with an electrified kunai, blowing a huge hole in his stomach, forcing him to flee to the real dimension. Number 2. Sasuke vs Naruto. Naruto and Sasuke were the reincarnation of Ashura and Indra, so their tendency to collide against each other was inherent in their being. They had fought countless times in the series before, it then culminated in the final fight at the Valley of the Ant after the fight against Kaguya. In this final battle, Naruto and Sasuke were finally able to give it their all by throwing all what they had and learned over the years at each other. Sasuke had the Rinnegan, and Naruto had the 6th Path Sage Mode. Their battle was so massive and strong that the entire landscapes were destroyed. This was a battle that was 15 years in the making, and since the pair had been rivals and friends since the beginning of the series, it was only befitting to see how far each of them had come since their last battle. Number 1. Naruto vs Pain. Pain and Naruto were two sides of the same coin because they were both students of the same master. On one side, Jiraiya's greatest achievement, and on the other, his greatest setback. However, Naruto achieved success by defeating Pain and assisting Nagato in finding peace where Jiraiya failed. While Naruto won the battle, Nagato won the moral one. Nagato was the offspring of a country desolated by war, and Naruto was the offspring of a country that thrived on that passing and obliteration. Naruto vowed to end the cycle of pain after learning about it during this battle. Thank you for watching this video, and don't forget to leave a comment on your favorite battles and why you decided to choose it.